Again, I request to all participants, please mute your sound and off your video. Otherwise, it will create noise disturbance. We ourselves also keep video off. If required, then only we start. So please cooperate us. Today's webinar is on challenges before Indian tourism industry during and after coronavirus. Resource person of today's seminar, Mr. Kaustubh Doshi from Travelers Harmony, Thane, Maharashtra. Certificates and feedback will be sent on WhatsApp group and Telegram group also. So no need to call personally, no need to send message personally. Everything will get on WhatsApp. Don't remove yourself from WhatsApp. WhatsApp group also and Telegram group also. Everything will send within 2 to 3 days. Feedback itself will send today evening after 1 hour of the session. Hour of the session. I welcome on behalf of Konkan and Tudun College of Commerce and Arts, Department of Commerce for today's webinar on challenges before Indian tourism industry during and after coronavirus. Today's we have more than 300 plus participants from all over Maharashtra and India too. A few are from Gujarat also. Two are from Karnataka. So it's a tea time, you know. They are signing slowly, slowly.
86.
Yeah, 86, 86. Good afternoon. Please, audience, please mute your sound and off your video. Please keep your video on off mode. Otherwise, it will create a noise disturbance. Mute your sound also. I welcome all the participants who have joined today's seminar, which is organized by Department of Commerce, Konkan and Durand College of Commerce and Arts. Theme, challenges before Indian tourism industry during and after coronavirus. I request all participants, this is my humble request to each and one participant, please kindly switch off your video and also mute your sound. Today we have 300 plus participants joined from all over Maharashtra, even some of you of from Gujarat and Karnataka also. Delhi also we have 2 participants from Delhi.
Live.
Karthik sir, yes, what's your query? Karthik sir? Karthik sir, you have raised the hand. Hello. Karthik sir, you want to speak? Please unmute your sound. Yeah, Karthik sir. You have raised the hand as seen. If you want to speak, please unmute your sound. I kindly request to all participants, please mute your sound and also switch off your video. Otherwise, it will create disturbance in the session. It's my humble request to all the participants, please mute your sound and switch off your video. It will create a problem in session. Technical problem should not be raised, please.
Dr. Karulkar,
Huh?
it started.
Yeah. Now we'll start. Eknath, are you ready?
Yes,
Eknath, sir.
Yes,
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Shall we start?
Yeah.
Okay. Doshi, sir, you are ready?
Yes.
Okay. Namaskar. It's my pleasure to welcome you all for today's webinar on challenges before Indian tourism industry during and after coronavirus, organized by Commerce Department of Konkan Gnanpit Oran College of Commerce and Arts. Today we have well-known personality with us, Mr. Kaustubh Joshi from Travelers Harmony, Thane. I welcome you, Kaustubh Joshi. I welcome to our Honorable Principal K. Sharma sir, Professor V.S. Indulkar sir, HOD of our Commerce Department, Dr. Eknath Zarekar, who is our colleague and who handles this all technical assistance to us, and all our teaching and administrative staff. Once again, my heartiest welcome to all. And with this, I request our Principal K. Sharma sir to express few words on this occasion. Honorable Principal K. Sharma sir, please.
A very good evening to one and all. Myself, Kishore Sharma, IC Principal of Konkan Gnanpit Oran College of Commerce and Arts. I welcome you all for our 4th national webinar arranged by our Commerce Department on the theme Challenges Before Indian Tourism Industry During and After Coronavirus. I appreciate Professor V.S. Indulkar, Associate Professor and HOD of Commerce Department of my college, and Dr. P.R. Karulkar, IQAC Coordinator. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Kaustubh Joshi from Travelers Harmony, Thane, who is our resource person for the day, that he accepted our invitation and sparing his valuable time with us. And I would like to thank you all participants for joining us to make it successful. My dear colleagues, as we all know that tourism has always been a significant contributor to employment generation and a huge source of foreign exchange earning for the country. This sector not only employs workers in a city, but also provides livelihood to the people across social strata in rural areas. But the pandemic has drastically ended almost all the business spheres, and so having an adverse impact on tourism around the globe. When we talk about our country, the months from March to June are considered as a peak season for the tourism industry, as we have holidays and plan family outings. And this uncertain emergency of pandemic has created huge loss to the whole tourism industry. And it is also estimated that the coming 6 months, all these industry will be facing severe financial crisis, which may create severe questions on employment and livelihood of lakhs of people. The people or family whose earning is totally depend upon tourists are suffering a lot of problems. They have only alternatives to find out another source of income. Even various trusts like Shirdi, Tirupati, Mahalakshmi, Tulja Bhavani, etc. are not getting donation much as they received before coronavirus. थोडक्यात म्हणायचं झालं तर या कोरोना व्हायरसचा देवस्थानाला देखील फटका बसलेला आहे. थोडक्यात या कोरोना व्हायरसमुळे आपल्या सर्वांना जगायचे असेल तर आपली जीवनशैलीच बदलावी लागेल. कारण सकाळी उठल्यापासून ते रात्री झोपेपर्यंतच्या सर्व सवयी मध्ये आपल्याला बदल करावाच लागेल. कुटुंबासाठी उत्पन्न मिळवायचे असेल तर कोणताही व्यवसाय पडेल ते काम करण्याची तयारी ठेवायला हवी. Unless we have certain vaccine or medicine on coronavirus, this tourism industry will suffer a lot. So, to familiarize us with the issue and functioning of tourism industry during and after pandemic, we have a very knowledgeable person among that, Mr. Kaustubh Joshi sir. Therefore, not taking much of your time, I hand over the session to Dr. Parag sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, Honorable Principal K. Sharma sir, for nice introducing the session. Now I kindly request to our HOD of Commerce Department, Professor V.S. Indulkar sir, please introduce our today's guest, Mr. Kaustubh Joshi. Please, Professor V.S. Indulkar sir.
Thank you, Dr. Parag Karulkar. Good evening, everybody. I am Associate Professor Vinod Indulkar, Head of Department of Commerce, Konkan Gyanpith Uran College of Commerce and Arts, Uran Raigad. Respected virtual dais, I warmly welcome to our resource person, Mr. Kaustubh Joshi, Traveler Harmony Thane, our Konkan Gyanpith Management President and Secretary, Honorable Principal K. Sharma, IPC Coordinator Dr. Parag Karulkar, Konkan Gyanpith Uran College of Commerce and Arts and Uran Raigad, Dr. Eknath Jharekar, Assistant Professor, Mahatma Naik Degree College, Chembur, our family members, teaching and non-teaching staff of Uran College, and all the participants, respected principal of different colleges, head of departments of different subjects, teachers, and students which are attending this webinar, this national webinar throughout the country. Thank you very much for this national webinar huge response. On the occasion of this national webinar, I am very happy and thankful to have valuable guidance and supports given by our college principal K. Sharma, Konkan Gyanpith Uran College of Commerce and Arts. I am also thanking to my colleagues, Dr. Parag Karulkar sir, for the initiative and hard efforts for this webinar. As a departmental head, it is my responsibility to push up the objectives and expect outcomes from this national webinar. You know very well, our title of the webinar as Challenges Before Indian Tourism Industry During the and After the Coronavirus. The set of objectives of this webinar to take an overview of various challenges toward the different sectors in Indian economy. And is very, very important to us to understand the specifically challenges faced before Indian tourism industry during and after coronavirus, with sharing expertise knowledge of Mr. Kaustubh Joshi, who is a resource person of today's webinar. Welcome, sir. Expected outcome of the webinar: sharing of field experience regarding tourism industry and understanding the challenges toward the Indian economy. To suggest concrete suggestions toward the concerned authority. To get healthy discussion or opinion from the participant of the webinar. Yes, I know very well. You are eager to know the intro of resource person of the day, Mr. Kaustubh Joshi. He had academic qualification as he has completed SSC and HSC 2003 and 5 respectively under the Mumbai board. He had completed graduation in Bachelor of Management Studies from University of Mumbai 2008. 2011 to 2013 completed his postgraduate diploma in International Tourism Business from IITM Gwalior under Ministry of Tourism. He also got additional professional certification as, is very important, certificate course in Airlines and Travel Industry Management and Diploma in Tour Management in 2006 from Garhwale, Mumbai. He He had completed the French language course under the France Alliance in 2008. He also completed IITA Foundation course under Canada University in 2009. They set their career objectives. It's a very important. Aim at professional approach to the learning and experience by developing his personal pursuits with goal of the employer organization. He has a very good glance of a working experience, sir. Working experience, he holds tremendous experience in different tour agencies. Messrs. Rajguru Tours Mumbai, 2007 to 2010, as a job title as tour manager. VNS Global Services Private Limited, 2010 to 2011, job title as customer service associate with British Airways fare quoting process. He had also done their work, Thomas Cook India Private Limited, in 2012. He has a title of job as summer internship training. Rajguru Tours Dadar has completed work as job title as event executives. Currently, he's working as a freelance tour manager and owns his business from 2013 till today. He has a very beautiful key achievements. Got chance to be live All India Radio, Asmita Mahini organized interview of mine. Started organizing extremely innovative patriotic theme best tour. Received the Rising Star Award for the best performance in the trainee batches. Congratulations, sir. In year 2019, successfully completed South Indian Coastal Bike Tour in 10 days, where the group of 5 bikes bike travel from Mumbai to Visakhapatnam via Goa, Bangalore, Kochi, Kanyakumari, Rameshwaram, Chennai, Visakhapatnam. Specifically, they have covered this tour on normal bikes instead of sport bikes. It's a very good handling experience, domestic and international tour. Domestic segment handling tours of prominently Andaman, Ladakh, Kerala, Sikkim, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and Simla, Kulumalani. Also handled the groups of tour, Karnataka, Saurashtra, Uttarakhand, Hyderabad, etc. He has a very good experience regarding the international segment handling of tours. Dubai, Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Thailand, Indonesia, Singapore. Yes, we have a dynamic personality which holds an immense experience in tourism industry. Our resource person, Mr. Kaustubh Joshi. Again, I welcome you all this national webinar. Challenges before Indian tourism industry during and after coronavirus. Hereby, I hand over my charge to Dr. Parag Karukar. Before that, an organizer, I am serving a virtual cup of tea with biscuits. Let us be ready. Patiently, all the participants. Thank you very much. Dr. Parag Karukar, please.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir. Now I request our resource person, Mr. Kaustubh Joshi, to take the charge of this session. Mr. Kaustubh Joshi, please.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
First of all, thank you, Uran College, for giving me such a great opportunity. Currently, we are very much busy with new sessions in our industry. Now you will ask, what, you are busy? Why you are busy right now? There is nothing happen in tourism, and how you are busy? So yes, definitely there is nothing happen in tourism right now, but we are busy to upgrade our knowledge, to make changes as per the situation. So we are busy with various webinars. There are almost every day we are having 2 or 3 webinars on different topics. Every travel segment is working on that, how they can recover out of it and start running the business, complete the business procedure, and start earning economy out of it. So I'll share right now my PPT with you, and we will start with our today's topic. So as per today's topic, it is challenges faced by Indian tourism industry during and after coronavirus 2020. Before starting about this particular subject, I would like to share something about whatever was happened till February 2020. So is my slide is
Yeah, yes,
visible to you?
yes, visible. You can go ahead, sir. Yes.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So in this specific session, what I am covering that Indian tourism industry before COVID pandemic, then immediate effects after COVID arises in tourism industry. What are the after effects of on tourism due to COVID and changes needed to to make or to coordinate with the situation, effect on effect on tourism post COVID crisis, and how tourism industry will require to prepare to overcome the situation. Because as you see, for last almost 1.5 months, this number of count is increasing, and we didn't found that it will reduce anywhere. So now it is a situation where we have to cooperate with the situation and start working on how routine life. So first of all, we will start with the share of tourism till February 2019. So as a job point of view, for approximately 4.2 crore jobs are generated through tourism, which is around 8.1% of total employment. These jobs are not only directly connected to tourism, it is also indirect connects of tourism. Like if we are saying that as we are working in tourism, so there are tour managers, tour operators, tour services suppliers. Apart from that, there are people gen- who are getting jobs through tourism. Like if anyone is visiting to any place and he's shopping anything, or he's purchasing anything, or he's going to visit any restaurant, so it is generating revenue for that particular shop. So in that way, there are around 4.2 crore jobs are generated. As per as WTTC, World Travel Trade Council said, India is the third out of 185 countries who terms of contribution to the country of GDP, its own GDP. Like they have calculated out of 185, it is third in rank. Uh, no doubt, if we talk about inbound tours or inbound tourists in India, the rate of inbound tourists in India is reducing for as compared to 2015, 2016. But at the same time, the domestic tourists or outbound tourists are increased a lot, because nowadays tourism is not only depend on a particular specific season or specific holiday. If I'm having extra offs in my pocket, people are started traveling. Even connected holidays are there, people plan their travel not only in a short destination but also for longer destinations. Like few people from India usually travel to Dubai or Singapore for even 3-4 days also. So the tourism concept is already changed for last 5-6 years. Uh, as I'm giving you general information about till February, you can see this pie chart is showing that how domestic tourists are giving business in different states of India. Specifically, if you see that Tamil Nadu is getting a quite good crunch of total domestic tourism, the UP is getting a quite good crunch. Then remaining states are getting a lot of business out of it. Now we discuss about what domestic tourism generates in business in these last few years. Like they are for 2018, as per 2018 calculation, uh, total business was generated around 16.9 crore, which is around 6.7% of growth. This growth, when we talk about the GDP, is also out of GDP, 9.2% is contributed through tourism. So this is what we have generated through tourism. When this tourism is growing, government is also applying few concepts, few programs through which people started visiting various places. Out of that, two very famous concepts were Swadesh Darshan and Prashad, which was started in 2017. So people had started visiting various specific places to, and through that, tourism is generating revenue. Now we talk about inbound tours. When inbound tours we are talking, it comes NRIs, foreign tourists, and even business people who are traveling from outside of India to India for various purpose. Uh, in 2000, in 2010 to 15, this inbound tourists were calculated as purely people who are coming in India only for tourism purpose. Now we are calculating even business travelers, NRIs who are visiting to their natives or who are visiting to their relatives. So they are also calculated as inbound tourist. Out of that, if we see as compared to 2010, the growth rate is slowly decreasing. Once again in 2014, it was slight increased, then decrease, and in 2017 it was increased quite good. After that, it is in very decreasing mode. Till February, inbound tourism was affected because it, I'm not saying affected. I'm saying it was reduced because uh, as inbound tastes and preference are concerned, people are not uh, people means foreign tourists, they are not getting something out of the box in India. That's why the ratio of inbound tourists reduced in last 2 years. But definitely, when I give other information about this session, you will come to know with the new concept that definitely in future we will increase with the inbound tourist part. uh, as inbound tourists are concerned, these states are very much important till 2018. But after this pandemic situation will over, there may be a chance to change the taste and preference of inbound tourists. So, what was the immediate effect of COVID on tourism industry? First case, as everyone knows, it found in December 2019. Uh, in January, there was no a big effect in India, but in start of Feb, there was a quite good effect. We found on tourism industry as well, because people in tourism normally plan their travel well in advance, like 3 to 6 months in advance. So for March, April, who have booked their tour, or even February, who have booked their tour, they have started asking, is that a situation bad outside of India? Or is there any specific reason that people are that due to this virus, tourism is affected? And suddenly sudden changes started. People are getting information through media that this virus is affecting a lot of countries. In initial stage, when China when people travel from China to other countries, or tourists visited China, they got affected with this virus. And out of that, 20 countries, first list was bought, that these are the affected countries. So even India has started some restrictions and new policies for visa services. uh, Apart from India, other countries are also applying few policies. Like for that, I would like to give example of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is allowing Chinese visa free to their country. But when this pandemic situation was started, Sri Lanka has changed their visa policy, and they said that you have to. Then they have created the policy that if Chinese wish to visit Sri Lanka, they have to take permission over there in China itself. Without visa, it is not possible, and they have started reducing the uh, foreigners to their country. And the same way every countries started working on it. um, Few after getting information about these affected areas in India, also at the important airports, they have started with the screening of tourists or travelers who are coming from affected countries. As per that, when in when all these things are going, first case which was found in India on 30th of Jan 2020, the and suddenly a rapid decline starts in tourism industry. As I said, that screening was already started for affected areas. Still, there are few areas which are not affected, or there was no news of those areas. For this, I would especially give example of Singapore. As people who are traveling to Singapore, they have to go through screening. But when when we talk about Dubai, initial stage there was no screening happened on people who are traveling from Dubai, and suddenly we are getting cases from people who are traveling from Dubai to India. Uh, when this situation was started, it was very quick situation. Suddenly we are getting affected people. So initially, as everyone knows, the home quarantine guideline was given to all travelers. Um, and the affected people who are positive, corona positive, they have shifted to isolation. It is everyone knows this thing. But at the same time, because of people are traveling around the world, the number of affected people was growing. And somewhere due to technical restrictions, people our medical team also unable to get the affected people properly because of less number of equipments, because of various things. Like for example, few people who are traveling from affected area, they used to have uh, pills like that will reduce their temperature, and they will not directly go in isolation. So in that way, there there was a shortfall in that situation, and uh, this pandemic was imported in India as well. Now the situation was growing, and because of that, tourists started canceling their immediate travel plans. In February, somewhere in end of February, people have already started asking that we don't want to go, or we don't want to travel uh, to international destinations. Uh, at the same time, when this situation was grown in 1st to 10th of March very rapidly, so even government has started measuring all the things, and they have announced that international travel will be restricted, or international travel will be reduced as a tourism point of view, not as a general point. If anybody is traveling to his for his business, or if his relatives, it's okay. But if anyone is traveling for a tourism purpose, it's not allowed. This announcement was done in the second or week end of second week in March, and suddenly international tourism was stopped. That time, when it was a very bad situation in international segment, international travel, domestic tourism was going quite smooth. But definitely because of all these cases are uh, available on media, so people are worrying that is it feasible to travel on domestic sectors also. So by mid of March, initially international travel was suspended by India, but after that, domestic travel within 2 days, domestic travel is also suspended. This specific decision was taken by the places which are majorly affected, like Maharashtra, like Gujarat was not that much affected in those days, but Maharashtra was very much affected. Delhi was affected. So these decisions were very quick, and given government given instructions that no one will travel for domestic or international tour. And at the same time, when we are worrying about this thing, there was not a lockdown situation in 15 to 20th of March period, but tourism was reducing like anything. And in that period, specific few states of India, say Andaman or Sikkim, who are very much depend on tourism, they have already on state level they have already stopped tourism immediately. When the situation was bad, Sikkim has announced their in on 14 March that we have stopped full 100% tourism from 14 March. And what जो भी है वहाँ पे अभी जो who all are traveling in Sikkim, they have to evacuate from Sikkim, and we will give you 3 days. And immediately they have started evacuation procedure, and within 3 days they have uh, evacuated all tourists from Sikkim. So because of that, they are getting benefit that till date they are not facing major problem because of COVID-19. They are not getting any uh, uh, affected people in Sikkim. The same way, Andaman is also announced from 16 March onwards, they will not entertain any tourist activity. So even Andaman is also having very less cases, and all those cases are local people from Andaman. In that way, it was started. Uh, when this suspension of travel was started in March, that time it was applicable till 30th of April. So people who have booked their travel from March 15 to 30th of April, they have already they have already facing problem. They have to cancel their booking, or they have to change their plan. But at that time it was not knowing to anyone that this restriction will increase more. So there was no questionnaire going for May, June, which was the high peak time of tourism in India as well as in Europe. A lot of countries in Europe and in India, this is the high peak time. So no one is discussing about that part of year, or that part of the booking which was already done in advance. As it is started closing, there are certain steps taken in tourism industry as well. Like few travel companies has already postponed their group tours or individual tours. At the same time, few have already cancelled their tours in February also. And for individual travelers who everyone is guiding that in those individual travels, either you change your plan, or if you really want to travel, it should be on your own risk, because never we are not suggesting you to travel right now. No doubt, in such scenario, when this situation was started in February, big companies are assuring that we are providing you secure international travel. But the situation was very bad that they are also started stopping all the tourism related activities. And after government announced that no no more tourism will start process after 15 March. Everything is stopped. uh, Apart from that, whatever will be the flights and border transfers, everything is closed somewhere around 22nd to 25th of March. And because of that, domestic travel, uh, because of that, after instruction, everything is stopped. um, some tours were postponed, so people are not worrying about the tours which are postponed. But there are some tour operators who have cancelled their tours. So everyone is asking for refund, which is another factor that affecting tourism industry a lot. Because when anyone is booking their travel plan, that tour operator will not keep his clients money with him. He is investing in all arrangements for that travel tourist. So already this amount was already not with the tour operator, it is already with the supplier. And now these cancelled tour people, tourists whose tour was cancelled, they are demanding, we want refund immediately. So so it is not possible to refund the money immediately, because no doubt the cancellation was there and it was a pandemic situation. Tourists has not used their services, they haven't enjoyed. And in such scenarios, people are worrying with their travel operations. Who have booked direct air tickets, they are contacting airlines that we want refund. And in such days, airline has started giving um, credit shelf facility. So they are not providing refund, but they are providing credit shell for their booking. So this 100% amount was uh, secured in credit shell, and which airline is giving facility to use that amount till 2021, Feb 2021 or something like that. Big tour operators are already, they have convinced their guests that either we will give you credit shell facility, or we will postpone your plan, and we will plan your tour in as everything will get normal. So when everything will get normal, no one is knowing at what date it will get normal. So everyone is saying, okay, we will provide you that facility, but not now. We cannot assure that thing that yes, from June onwards we can provide you this tour, or this tour will be organized in June or July. It is not sure, but definitely they have assured their clients. And as these clients are genuine clients, or goodwill of that company make people satisfied that yes, our money is not lost, it is safe with the company. But few people even given refund to uh, their tourists, and few are still worrying about what exactly will be possible way to come out of it. Due to lockdown, all these things are going on. Due to lockdown, offices were closed, and tourists were unable to connect with the respective travel booking organization, or who have booked through online. They cannot able to connect with the call centers. People are worrying through this situation. But definitely big and small travel companies who are running on a very authentic way, they are communicating with the tourist, and they are just satisfying the all questionnaire raised by tourists. And definitely situation was handled by these small and big travel companies who are working on authentic way. uh, this problem is specifically faced by the online portals that they don't have staff at their call centers, so there was no uh, response from these uh, organizations in initial stage, but afterwards through mails, through other ways, they have started interacting with tourists, and this situation was settled. This due to this pandemic situation, lockdown was commenced and travel was not uh, actually this travel, when travel will start, it is not yet not not cleared by any organization, any company, or even government is also not giving any idea about this. So even today, after 45, 46 days, we are not knowing that how much it will take. Few uh, few from few source it is showing that it will be covered in 6 months, 7 months, but it is not yet sure, because the situation, if the situation is bad, it will take more time, and if situation is in future, if situation will recover, definitely the uh, tourism will start running smoothly, slowly. Because of this COVID, for last 40 days, there was no single business happen in all over the country in tourism industry. But at the same time, maximum cancellations and postpone of services was happened. As everyone knows, it is in India, tourism is serving 4 to 5 CR people. Now the question arises that how to give salaries to their employees, or how to generate revenue out of it. Fund flow was stopped, uh, it is affecting hospitality, hotels, transport, guides, artisans, and many more other unorganized sectors as well. Like if we are providing, we are get tourism is getting services through transporter, they are serving to their drivers, cleaners, mechanics, everything was stopped, and these people are also getting affected through all this situation. There was a study going on for last 40 days, and which is showing around for last, because of this pandemic situation, around in India 5 crore will be the loss in last due to this situation. As this record is till date, it will increase. There are more chances that it will increase. There is a chance that total 100 not 100%, but somewhere around jobs cut will be there. Branded hotels like 5 star, 4 star hotels or hotel chains, they are saying that they will till date they are facing loss of 1.10 lakh crore. Tour operators who are losing approximately 25,000 crore, inclusive of inbound and domestic tour operators. Adventure tour operators, which is one of the growing sector in India, they are also facing around 19,000 crore of loss. Whereas cruise tourism, which is very much depend on international tour, is also facing 419 crore of loss. As I said, no, there is no clarity about reopening of tourism. So everyone is looking for something to know how to tackle this problem. Few hotels have started preparing themselves for post-COVID situation. Uh, as the situation is growing, there is a major uncertainty in the international travel market. As per the scenario, most probably for next 12 to 18 months, there will be no international travel will take place. As of now, it is a situation, but definitely if there will be a vaccine coming in next few months, maybe the scenario will change. But till date, as of now, there are chances that international travel will not happen for next 12 to 18 months. Millions of jobs are, as I said, already globally affected. Major effects on foreign exchange earnings through which is come through tourism. There, uh, as international traveler who are coming to India, they are visiting various places. In this visit, they are visiting a lot of places. Over here, I would like to share one example that in Israel, every person has to serve for his country for minimum 2 hours or 2 years. These 2 years, when they work with a very tough schedule and hectic job in army, so after completing these 2 years, they take leave from their job, and these youngsters, they usually travel to India, visit India for 2 months, 1 month, or minimum 15 days. And in these 15 days or maybe 2 months, they visit various places of India. So through this, I'm just giving this one example. There are a lot of people around the globe. They are traveling to India for more than 15 days. And through this, we are earning a lot of forex for our countries who are dependent, as it is a part of India. There is another part that countries which are purely depend on tourism, they are facing major economical crisis, like Maldives, which is purely depend on tourism. They are facing problem because there is no tourism, no revenue generation, and no revenue generation, it is creating economical crisis for that country. There are few European countries as well who are purely depend on tourism, but because of this pandemic situation, they are also facing a big problem. Before starting for the next segment, that what would be the after effects, or what would be the changes required, or there may be changes, I would like to share one slide, that is maybe coronavirus is saying like this, कभी कभी लगता है अपन ही खतरनाक है, but definitely, if you stay home, it will be definitely, you will overcome the situation. This is not the only pandemic situation happen in the world. Before that also, there are a lot of situation pandemic came in the world, and lot of worst situations world has already faced. So this is another one, we will definitely overcome out of it. So what would be the changes required, uh, which are issues raised by this COVID? Very important factor is patience till situation will get under control. As everyone is saying, in tourism industry also, everyone is saying now there is no chance to recover our tourism industry immediately. Yes, definitely it will not recover immediately, but slowly it will it will recover. Definitely it will recover, but we have to be patient. In right now, if everyone is saying no, we have to look for something else, so it is a critical situation for other industries. You are affecting other industries as well. Slowly it will increase. We have to wait, we have to watch the situation, and definitely it will recover. Because human is not human is having habit of visiting various places, getting knowledge out of it, getting connected with other people. No doubt that connecting to other people is not possible right now in such situation, but definitely this habit will not stop, and everyone will travel for various reasons. No doubt immediately it will not take place, but slowly it will start. Improve the study of history. Yes, people who have started for last 10 for 15 years, out of that few are we have started because yes, I don't have I'm having quite like these out of that few are saying like I'm getting quite good earning out of it, so I'm doing this business. But he is not having that much of knowledge. So what is the use? Yes, for that purpose only, study about the industry is very much important. Gain knowledge about the various destinations, because now till February it is very easy that everyone is knowing so and so place. Okay, so where you want to go? Simla, Kulu, Manali, Nainital, Coxsackie Corbett, or say Kerala? Okay, that's fine. This is the itinerary. You will go to that place and you will enjoy. But what about the offbeat sectors, and what about the tourist preferences? Yes, no doubt, few travel companies are working on that tourist preference part as well, very well. But now everyone has to think about different destinations, which will come up with the new concept, which will come up with the new style of travel. And at the same time, as everyone know, for last few years, because of improve uh, expanding expansion of tourism, lot of tourist places are facing problem of crowd at the tourist destination in peak season time. Like Simla a few years back, Simla is facing water problem because of over tourism. Such things, to overcome such things, now there is need to segregate people with different for different locations to visit different destinations. Get connected to trusted clients. Yes, definitely. Now people think that I don't want a tourist who is coming once in a while for tourism purpose, and he will take my services. Now even travel companies also look for such people who will be the trusted client for them. He, that these people will travel continuously with them, interact with various people from industry. Yes, as your as thank you once again that you have organized my session in this uh, college webinar. But we have to I'm an end supplier of the industry, but definitely as getting knowledge, we have to discuss with uh, senior people from the industry, with the people who are professor or who are PhD holders in this, and they have PhD in the same tourism industry. It is very important. It is very important to connect with such people. Interact with knowledge people is not only to the professors or tourism industry people. It is also important to interact with the layman as well, because layman is also very important factor. There is need to brainstorm the with colleagues, partners, stakeholders, that what would be the new concept it will gain tourism once again. Need to survey the situation, uh, as there is need to change, need to be done in a way that there hold on, yeah, uh, changes need to be done in the way of operations related to travel services. Like for as per the current situation, there are chances that group tours will now onwards will be reduced drastically, and people prefer to travel on individual basis. uh, at the same time, when people will travel, definitely they think about proper steps for secure and security of health of the tourist within the tour operation process. Uh, when we think about changes required to overcome the situation, proper sanitization of services like tourist vehicles, hotels, and restaurants are a very important factor, because if anyone is traveling, it is very important. He will take care that if I'm traveling with so and so travel company, that he will take care that is he providing a proper service of vehicle, is he providing a good hotel which is very properly sanitized, or wherever I'll have my lunch, that restaurant is properly sanitized and the people who are serving over there, they are fit or not. The people think in that way also. Due to economical slowdown, even people think about travel after a certain situation, not immediately. uh, no doubt, because of this all things, cost of the tour will increase. uh, Duration of travel is also, cost of tour increased at and as per the my next point, duration of travel is also a point which is important in all these travel related services, because till February, if person is traveling to any destination, he is covering, say if he is going to any destination and he is covering 5 sites in a day, it is not possible to cover 5 sites in post COVID, because he has to go through all sanitization process at every destination, every site in he has to maintain social distancing, and this all queues and sanitization process will increase the time of travel or time of tour. Now, post COVID, even people will prefer to have online services. No doubt, before that also people are preferring online portals, but definitely who are genuine client with authentic tour operators or well-known travel companies, these people are also prefer to go on online portal services instead of visiting uh, to any travel company's office, because they will prefer to maintain social distancing. And now, through these 40 days, people are knowing that it is possible to have uh, information through online service. They will get information, they will get services on online. So it is quite possible that they will uh, turn out to the online booking or online portals. What tourist as tourism is first affected in this situation, and it will recover last industry as per current scenario. People, tourists, they also think think differently about this industry. So need to because of that, there is very much important to upgrade the knowledge or update with the new concepts which are related to travel. Various travel services is very important. There are major changes expected in air travel industries. As everyone knows, for last few days we heard a lot of things about airline changes. uh, there are chances that they they will occupy 4 seats in a row instead of 6 seats, so middle seat will be empty. So because of that, there are major problems which are raising to airline industry as well. So in such a way, similar changes needs to be there in transport, like road, rail, and water transport is also required. Hotel will change their policies for and operating procedures. They also need to bring technological upgradation for the survival of in the industry. Tour operators also need to change their plans for tourists. As I am saying that tourism industries need to tourism all travel companies need to uh, opt for secured and safe travel arrangements. Max, previously I have mentioned about this individual travel will increase, but definitely there is a group crowd who is purely think about group tour, so they will also prefer that the group size will be specific 14 or 10 people, not more than that. They will travel in a coach which is uh, having capacity of 35 so that they can maintain social distancing over there. And if they are traveling in a group, they will prefer accompanying with their own known person. So there are chances that individual travel will not opt for a group tour, but at the same time people who are ready to pay for more for his travel, he will definitely go for group tour. When it comes to hotel stay, they prefer to know about the hygiene and cleanliness of hotel. Restaurants selection of destination mode is also changed, because now people will prefer to visit places which are less crowded, or unknown places like offbeat segment will flourish like anything. As my previous slide is showing that there is a changes in duration of the travel will take place. So there is a need for tourism industry to plan in such a way for their tourists that they will get quite good time. They will visit various destinations in one go, but not running from one point to another. Definitely it is not possible to run from one point to another. It will not take place anymore. And hotel industry definitely, after COVID, this situation will over. Hotel will take care of hygiene and cleanliness. It is a important factor. No doubt continuous sanitization will take care by hotels. uh, Minimum human interaction with tourist or with guest is a very important factor in hotel industry. There will be a changes in food service as well, like in previously in hotel people are getting food at a common restaurant or the buffet area. But post COVID, there are chances that food will be served the specific room, to your specific room. There may be a changes during the stay period as well. As per current scenario, if the check-in time is 12, checkout time will is 10. But from onwards, post COVID, there are chances that this check-in and checkout timing will change, because after checkout, hotel management have to sanitize all the things from hotel room, so it will take more time to sanitize each and every room properly. So there are chances that guest will get less time in the hotel room. Technology trends in hospitality industry will be the game changer. For that, I would like to give example of Orange County, which is one of the well-known hotel chain in South India. For that, what they have used, I have mentioned over here. They have started as the situation was very bad, so everything is closed. But definitely, hotel staff is working inside their resorts, and they have created certain changes in their resorts. As Orange County is having a lot of villas, they are not a single building hotel or rooms, so they are already maintaining social distancing within their rooms. But at the same time, what they are doing, automatic check-in and check-out procedure, where there is no need of human interaction or human connection while guests is arriving at your at at that hotel. So usage of chatbot is also another factor where people are less uh, come into picture to solve problem of the guests who are residing in their hotel. smart concierge and mobility solutions. As if guest is booking directly with the hotel and he need to travel from airport or railway station to the hotel, he will not from post COVID guest will not prefer to go directly by cab or taxi or radio cab. He will prefer the secured source, so he will definitely contact to the hotel. So they are providing such services to they're ready to provide such services to their guests as well. There is another factor, that is face and voice recognition technology, which is useful for people who are residing in hotel for more than 2 3 days, and if the guest wish to sanitize his room after certain period, so he can sanitize, and due to use of this face recognition or voice recognition, they can come to know that their room is clean or not, and after that they can check in directly without any interaction with any hotel personnel. Usage of blockchain or cryptocurrency, yes, definitely. If a person is traveling to any international segment, and till before COVID, everyone is carrying their currency. No doubt this is not happen on domestic sector, but in international sector, if he is traveling to any international sector and he is not getting time to change his currency, he will not wait for he will not find any currency changer over there. He will use this virtual currency, and definitely hotels will also give uh, few discounts on using of these virtual currencies. While selecting hotels, online reputation will be the most important factor from tourist point of view. So these hotels will also take care that they will maintain their online reputation. uh, Near field communication, as everything is as earlier I have mentioned that check in check out will be the automatic part. So everything is very much connected to uh, technology. So maybe there are chances that hotels will start using this NFC technology, and through this they don't need to give key or card to their guests. They can use their mobile and open the door of hotel room. They can use their mobile and start AC or geyser of hotel room. So this will increase the this technology usage is will increase in hotel, and it will definitely maintain social distancing in hotel. As airline industry is very much affected in this situation, most of the airlines are facing problem. So airline to maintain social distancing, every airline company is thinking what to do. Even IATA is thinking to uh, remove the middle seat or empty the middle seat. But this middle seat, if airline is following this middle seat should be empty policy, then they have to they even not able to reach to the break even point. So every airline is brainstorming on this situation. So in that I would like to give example of New Zealand. uh, Air New Zealand, they have decided that if people in one family they are traveling together, so they are from one family, they are living in one home, so there is no need of uh, maintaining this social distancing while sitting in the aircraft. So for such families, they will provide full usage of these three seats. And if individual is traveling, then they will provide two individuals at two corners, and middle seat will be the empty. Such kind of brainstormings are coming with different airlines, like Lufthansa, a German airline. They are they have specifically mentioned if you are you if you wish to travel to with our flights, you need to screen yourself 24 hours before, and you have to show the documents at the check-in point, and then only you are allowed to board the plane. Otherwise, if you are having a ticket and you are not showing the documents, you are not supposed to board the plane. Such kind of brainstorming is going on. So definitely, uh, because of that, the cost of travel will also increase. And uh, as tourism tour operators or travel agents point of view, what would be the changes required? The new destinations or offbeat destinations to be come into camera, it is very much important, because the well-known destinations, to avoid that crowd, there is very much important to look into offbeat or new destinations. Time factor, which is very important for providing tour plan. So travel tour company have to think about this time factor also, because if a specific tour is completed in 4 days with all destinations to be covered, it is not possible post COVID that all destinations to be covered in that particular 4 days. Like for example, I would like to give Dubai as Dubai. It's quite possible to cover more important destinations to in within 5 days. But now onwards, it is quite difficult to cover all these destinations within 5 days. It will take more than 6 or 7 days. So yes, definitely, time factor is also very important. New concepts should be required to be taken into consideration, like various theme tours or wellness tourism is also very important factor in this post-COVID scenarios. Now people are already living with their families for more than 45 days. Few people are working from home. Few people are who are in necessary services. They are going outside of home. So they are also fed up with all these things. So then all these people required peace of mind, so they will not go for the places where they have to go one, two, three, four pointers of that destinations. They will prefer to visit any resort where they can enjoy their leisure time. They will enjoy whatever they want. So, or they will go to any specific destination where they can relax for some time. They will forget about all they have faced in last 40, 50, 60 days, whatever it may be. Uh, after in as I have earlier mentioned that in international travel or inbound travel, this point of wellness tourism is very important, because all over the world people prefer to come India because it's very silent country. If you go to a place which is serving various courses for these international inbound tourists, like I would like to give over here example of uh, Igatpuri. Igatpuri, where there is a ashram who are providing this kind of services. So such kind of things will come up, like um, the new era, I must say that it should become in the leisure travel, where people will not run for visiting various locations at a particular destination. They will prefer to sit at a luxurious hotel or sit at their hotel and enjoy their time over there. They will go to any specific particular one place where they can enjoy nature. They will prefer to stay close to nature. In such a situation, definitely there are chances that jungle safaris or nature related tours will increase in future. there is a constant need of market survey from onwards, because till date, if there are people are busy with their service, but definitely who are working in tourism industry, there is very much important to survey the uh, survey the market in both way, which is related to client feedback as well as which is related to suppliers feedback. Also, while doing all these things, travel agencies or tour operators, they have to take attention towards unorganized sectors. There is very much important that guest feedbacks, whatever they are getting after their travel will complete, it is very important. And at the same time, all travel companies who are working in authentic way, they have to follow with the digitalization of their all systems, because now onwards people will prefer to go for digitalization of their requirements. Interaction with client is also very important factor to gain the trust with them, because when once it is it will be a digitalized, people think that how I'm important to any particular company. For that purpose, continuous interaction with the guest is very important, because as tourism industry's backbone is human touch. Specifically if I'm talking about India, जैसे कि आज मैं ऑनलाइन बुकिंग कर रहा हूँ, कुछ प्रॉब्लम आता है तो लोग बोलते हैं अरे प्रॉब्लम आया, मैं किसको पकड़ूं? बट व्हेन दे आर बुकिंग थ्रू authentic ways, they are assured that I'll definitely contact him and he will answer for that. So ये जो ह्यूमन टच वाला चीज है ना, for that purpose there is a continuous interaction required from onwards. No doubt, right now there are a few companies who are already in interaction with their tourists through their office back offices, through their tour managers. But from onwards, apart from tour manager, there is a need to continuous interaction with their tourists who are already on tour, who are moving with various destinations. So it is very important factor. So after discussing all these things about tourism, I would like to share one slide that which is on lighter note. In 2000, when travel, when everyone is saying by 2020 we are having flying cars, because of this small virus COVID-19. In 2020, even planes are not flying at all. So this is all about what I have shared with you. There are a lot of changes are expected in tourism industry, hotel industry. Like when I was discussing with Orange County people, they were saying about that. I would like to add this thing before ending my presentation. They would like to say that we are even thinking about sanitizing of pillow, which is one out of the box. Till date, sanitizing of pillow is taking place after every 15 days, not every day. But now such a well-known hotel is thinking about sanitizing of pillow every day, which is very countable thing and which should definitely affect say tourism prospect, because everyone needs to sanitize their their vehicles, hotels, everything. That is what I would like to share. Last thing, yes, that is what all about post COVID effects on tourism industry. I have not shared about economical part, but definitely it is depend on the situation how it will recover, because uh, how rules and regulations come up, definitely in that way only it will affect to the cost factor of the tourism industry. That's it. If there are any questions, please let me know.
Yes, sir. सपोज कोविड-19 चेंजेस बरेच होतील ना, बट ते दुसरं लाईक वॉटर क्रायसिसला पण लीड करू शकतं. सो त्यासाठी काही करता नाही येणार. लाईक इकॉनॉमी किती स्ट्रॉंग असली तरी वॉटर क्रायसिस आल्यावर त्याला काही सोल्युशन नाहीये.
नक्कीच नाही, डेफिनेटली नाही. हॅलो.
सर मग त्या सिच्युएशन मध्ये काय करू शकतो आपण? लाईक
Can you please repeat the question?
सॅनिटायझेशन वगैरे इम्प्रूव्ह करावं लागेल आणि त्यासाठी वॉटर म्हणजे मेन सोर्स आहे, म्हणजे पाण्याचा तर वापर होणारच आहे.
हो.
सो मग ते लीड करू शकतो वॉटर क्रायसिसला, तर मग त्याच्यावर काय सोल्युशन असू शकतं?
So आता for that purpose sanitization process, there are chances की जे हॉटेल्स मधनं किंवा व्हेकल वेंडर्स कडनं जे सॅनिटायझेशन होईल किंवा आता सॅनिटायझेशनच्या प्रोसेस मध्ये पण चेंज होईल. सो इट इज डिपेंड ऑन हाऊ इट विल कम फ्रॉम दिस सॅनिटायझिंग कंपनीज. कारण आता डेफिनेटली इट इज अफेक्टिंग टू द वॉटर रिसोर्स वरती आता डेफिनेटली त्याचा इफेक्ट होतोय. पण डाऊन द लाईन नवी काहीतरी सॅनिटायझेशन प्रोसेस येऊ शकते जी आता ॲज ऑफ नाऊ नाही आहे. किंवा हॉटेल्स मधनं किंवा स्पेसिफिकली इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट हॉटेल्स, तर सॅनिटायझेशनला तिथे ऑप्शन नसणार आहे की बिकॉज आय एम युझिंग वॉटर इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल की सॅनिटाईज नाही करत, असं होऊ शकणार नाही. दे हॅव टू डू सॅनिटायझेशन. So there are chances that sanitization process will change.
Yeah. I think recycle of water they will make it mandatory for hotel industry.
Recycle already
आहे
हॉटेल्स मध्ये आहे. सो देर आर चान्सेस की सॅनिटायझेशन मध्ये काहीतरी वेगळं येण्याचे चान्सेस आहेत. कारण विदाउट सॅनिटायझेशन काहीच होणार नाहीये हॉटेलमध्ये. And every day if they are serving to different guests, they have to sanitize their hotel.
Then we have next question from Anand Gaikwad. Anand Gaikwad sir, I will unmute your sound.
Yes sir. आवाज येतोय का?
Yeah. बोला.
Sir, I have a small question.
Right.
Tourism and industry both are different words, literally different.
Tourism and
industry literally different words, and also its function are different. So I have question, why tourism is called industry? Why tourism is called as industry?
Okay, because see, no doubt tourism, as you said, there are two different words, but if you check that because of tourism, right now they are generating a lot of revenue for different industries, and they are also gaining out of it. So it is not only a specific particular thing is included in tourism. Like if I'm saying that I'm operating tours, so it doesn't mean that I'm only operating tours or I'm only dealing with the tourist. It is also connected to vehicle vendors. It also connected with the other parts of the factors, like I have to deal with other way of transports, then hotel, then food industry. So everything is connected to each other. So I must say tourism is one of the it is an industry. It is not you cannot specifically say that tourism is different and industry is different, because it is gaining a lot of revenue for different segments.
It's a service industry.
Yes.
Service industry.
Yeah, it is
Tourism is service, sir.
Providing a service. That
yes,
is,
definitely.
And industry is manufacturing.
No.
See, hello.
You don't consider your only
Functions is-
manufacturing. No. You
No,
cannot
no.
consider only manufacturing.
Manufacturing,
Service industry.
Service industry. In service industry, tourism is one of the industry. Hotel is one of hotel or hospitality
like
is one
this
of the
film
industry.
industry.
Yes, film industry also. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
It is an intangible industry.
Yeah.
Actually,
Thank you.
it is an intangible
It,
industry.
it is
And
not in
when,
the form of tangible industry.
yeah, it is purely based on experience.
You won't
Airlines
need,
industry.
yeah, you
We have
cannot
generally
use that
used
word
that
only
word.
from production point of view.
Yeah, yeah,
Only,
yeah.
it's not
Because
only
I'm
production point of view.
I'm asking in the view of geography.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you,
Anyone
sir. Thank you
else?
very much.
Anyone else participant who want to ask the question?
Hello, sir.
1 minute.
Hello,
1 minute.
sir.
Yes. You can start. Yes.
Yeah, this is
You
Professor.
can start.
Yeah, sir, this is Professor Sonali Shiralkar. Can I ask the question?
Yes, ma'am. Please.
Yeah. Sir, I just want to know, as we know, I mean, any industry, basically service industry, and we specifically talk about tourism industry. See, tourist or any kind of marketing industry is consumer centric or customer centric. तो हमको
Right.
सबसे ज़्यादा important देना होता है customers को. So don't
Right.
you think it's a big challenge to convert the minds of the customers or tourists or consumers after COVID-19? How we can relate, okay, can I continue? And how we
Sorry.
can relate with respect to cost and the effect.
Yeah, definitely. So after COVID-19, there are huge changes in the when we think about cost factor and think about to clients' tendency or clients' behavior, because as cost will change, definitely people think about that, because right now situation is very bad as per economic point of view as well. So at the same time, when industry will start immediately after COVID, there are chances that all these facilities will start with low cost.
Yeah.
Will start with low cost, because people will attract towards the industry, and slowly this cost will increase. Because right now the situation in even airline also, that if they are not even gaining their margin due to this uh, empty seat policy, how can anybody for that I would like to give an example. Say if I'm traveling from Mumbai to Delhi, before February I'm paying somewhere around 3000 2500. But after that, after COVID, post COVID, there are chances this cost will increase to 10,000 also. Do I go through airline? No, definitely not. So automatically it will affect that airline industry. So initially what airline will do, they will announce a lot of discounts, a lot of low cost flights. They will take losses out of it. But once they will come to know that people have started traveling, they will start slowly increasing their prices. And there are chances that this cost will increase almost 1.5 5% more than whatever right now it is.
Anyone else?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, madam, please. Yes, you are audible. No problem. Continue.
सर ऍक्च्युली आत्ताच्या सिच्युएशन मध्ये जसं सोशल डिस्टन्सिंग मेंटेन करणं इम्पॉर्टंट आहे.
Right,
त्यासाठी लोकांचं इंटरॅक्शन कमी झालं पाहिजे.
right,
सो जर लोकांचे इन फ्युचर जर लोकांचं इंटरॅक्शन कमी म्हणजे ठेवायचं असेल तर त्यासाठी इव्हेंच्युअली गोष्टी ऑटोमेटेड होतील. बट
हो
मग
नक्की.
त्याचा डिरेक्ट इफेक्ट अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट वर पण होऊ शकतो. मग ते कसं डील करू, म्हणजे त्याला काय सोल्युशन असणार आहे?
Right. I gave one example of Orange County, right? I said that all these things will be on automated procedure. So ज्या वेळेला ते सगळं ऑटोमॅटिक वरती जाईल ना, त्यावेळेला तुम्ही लोकांच्या इंटरॅक्शन मध्ये नाही येणार आहात. बट दॅट डझंट मीन की तुमची तिकडच्या हॉटेलची किंवा तिकडच्या सर्व्हिस म्हणजे त्या स्पेसिफिक सर्व्हिस प्रोव्हायडरची एम्प्लॉयमेंट कमी होईल. कारण त्याचं कारण पण सांगतो. if they are reducing this reception रिसेप्शनला असणारे जे एम्प्लॉईज असतात ते कमी जरी झाले तरी त्यांना ऍट द सेम टाइम सॅनिटायझेशनसाठी एम्प्लॉईज जास्त लागणार आहेत, कारण ते टायमिंग प्रॉपर टायमिंग वरती सगळं होणं किंवा ह्या दृष्टीने त्यांना तो स्टाफ वाढवायला लागणार आहे. ऍट द सेम टाइम देर इज वन अनदर डिपार्टमेंट विच विल increase in every hotel or in every part of this service industry, that is medical staff. It will increase definitely, कारण जसं हॉटेलमध्ये येणाऱ्या गेस्टचं स्क्रीनिंग होणार आहे तसंच हॉटेलमध्ये काम करणाऱ्या स्टाफचं पण स्क्रीनिंग होणार आहे, किंवा जे व्हेकल वेंडर्स आहेत त्यांचं पण स्क्रीनिंग होणार आहे, किंवा एअरपोर्ट फ्लाईट मधल्या सगळ्या स्टाफचं स्क्रीनिंग होणार आहे. सो ही एक ऍडिशनल वर्कफोर्स लागणार आहे प्रत्येक सेगमेंटमध्ये. सो एम्प्लॉयमेंट काही ठिकाणी कमी होईल, काही ठिकाणी वाढेल. नो डाऊट काही ठिकाणी कमी होईल पण काही ठिकाणी वाढणार पण आहे.
थँक्यू सर.
Anyone else?
आणि
Yes, sir. Sir, can I ask, sir, am I audible, sir?
या शुअर.
Myself, Kavita Pandey. First of all, congratulations all of you, especially Dr. Parag, sir. Very well planned and organized all the session, both session actually, Dr. Gaikar sir's session and this session is also. And my question is, sir, which type of policies by government help tourism industry come out of this situation?
Right now, as per current situation, it is not yet clarified from Ministry of Tourism, but there is like if it gets smoother in future 6 months, new policies like providing various say sanitization process to the industry stakeholders like hoteliers or airline industries at at marginal cost or something like that, it will definitely help for tourism to means for that particular segment to start up with. At the same time, if government has announced for uh, uh, for the promotion of tourism, if they have announced some programs for their own employees, as in 2016 they have started with Swadesh Brahman program, something like that, it will start gaining tourism, because automatically if they promote tourism they will generate revenue uh, for government also through various taxes, various services. So it is very important if government started using such kind of promotional programs for their own employees. For that, I would like to give one recent example. It is not related to India, but in South Korea, when this situation is very good, when they have recovered quite good, they have announced in government and private sector for their employees to go and roam for 2-3 days. Because of that, what happens, they are generating revenue through tourism. At the same time, these people who are traveling, they are getting refreshed out of their routine or out of their this lockdown situation. Because see, right now we are sitting at the home, we are sitting for last 45 days. When we go outside of the house, when we go outside of our premises, our areas, you will feel fresh. Definitely you will feel fresh, and this thing definitely works when it will start with proper recovery of this pandemic situation, after the pandemic situation, not now, after the pandemic situation.
Anything else? I think Dr. Oval sir has raised the hand. Dr. Oval sir.
Uh,
Eh, No, anyone else?
Voice is not clear.
No, 1 minute. All sir is
He's saying something.
1 minute. Dr. All sir wanted to ask because he has raised the hand.
Yes, he.
Yes. Yes, all sir. No, I think.
Hello.
Yes, speak, sir. Yes. No. All sir, are you audible? No. Anyone else?
हॅलो.
Yes.
मी प्राध्यापक रमेश म्हात्रे म्हणतोय.
बोला म्हात्रे सर.
सध्या जो आहे तो एप्रिल मे हा टुरिझमचा पीक समजला जातोय. मोठ्या मोठ्या कंपन्यांमधून जे आहे ते सध्या बुकिंग झालेलं आहे, पण त्या कंपन्या ज्या आहेत त्या कॅन्सलेशन चार्जेस 40% पर्यंत घेतात, सर्व्हिस चार्जेस लावतात. तर त्याच्यावर काही सोल्युशन आहे का किंवा गव्हर्नमेंटची पॉलिसी काय आहे का?
Yes, have you heard the question, Joshi?
Yes,
Kaustubh? Yes.
So राईट नाऊ सिच्युएशनला अशी ही पॅन्डेमिक सिच्युएशन ही म्हणजे या गेल्या 100 वर्षात पहिल्यांदाच आली असेल. डेफिनेटली त्याच्यावर कंट्रोल म्हणजे कन्झ्युमर फोरमचा आहे समवेअर. पण आता सर्व्हिस चार्ज जे लावतायत त्याबद्दल ॲक्च्युली त्या कंपन्यांनी डिसिजन घेणं जास्त गरजेचं आहे, कारण सिच्युएशन वाईट आहे, ह्यात कोणाचीच चुकी नाही आहे. आणि म्हणजे आपण दोन्ही पॉईंटनी बघितलं, म्हणजे फ्रॉम क्लायंट पॉईंट ऑफ व्ह्यू, फ्रॉम कंपनी पॉईंट ऑफ व्ह्यू. सो सिच्युएशन थोडी वाईट आहे, नो डाऊट. पण यात कन्झ्युमर फोरमचा हेल्प घेता येऊ शकते, ही एक गोष्ट झाली. दुसरी गोष्ट झाली 40% डिडक्शन वगैरे हे थोडंसं प्रॉब्लेमॅटिक सिच्युएशन असू शकते. देर आर चान्सेस की आता मॅक्झिमम ट्रॅव्हल कंपनीज किंवा आमचं जे काही डिस्कशन होतं, आमचे ग्रुप्स जे आहेत त्याच्यातनं, व्हॉट दे आर सेइंग टू से टू युअर क्लायंट दॅट वी विल नॉट लूज युअर मनी, वी विल यूज इट इन युअर फ्युचर ट्रॅव्हल. कारण प्रॉब्लेम काय झाला आहे माहिती आहे, खूपशा कंपन्यांचं अशी सिच्युएशन आहे की त्यांनी पैसे पुढे पास ऑन केलेले आहेत हॉटेल्सना, व्हेकल वेंडर्सना, एअर तिकीट्सना, अँड दे आर नॉट गेटिंग आउट ऑफ इट. सिच्युएशन अशी पण आहे काही ठिकाणी. फक्त आता हे 40% कॅन्सलेशन किंवा सर्व्हिस चार्ज हे थोडं प्रत्येक कंपनीच्या पॉलिसीवरती पण डिपेंड असतं. सो इफ यू गो थ्रू प्रॉपर चॅनल, डेफिनेटली कन्झ्युमर फोरम इज द वे. बाकी गव्हर्नमेंटच्या अशा काही डायरेक्ट पॉलिसीज अजून तरी काही अनाऊन्स झालेल्या नाही आहेत. जसं आता फॉर एक्झाम्पल त्या बाबतीत एक एक्झाम्पल देऊ शकतो, म्हणजे त्यामध्ये खूप मोठा किऑस्क झाला होता. जसं की एअरलाईन बुकिंग मध्ये क्रेडिट शेल हा प्रकार आला होता मार्चमध्ये, आणि पहिल्या लॉकडाऊन नंतर एअरलाईननी पुन्हा बुकिंग घ्यायला सुरू केलं होतं 14 एप्रिल ऑनवर्ड्स. त्यावेळेला काही ज्यांचं बुकिंग आधीचं कॅन्सल किंवा क्रेडिट शेल मध्ये गेलं त्यांनी पण बुकिंग पुन्हा केलं. सो त्या पिरियडमध्ये जेवढं बुकिंग झालं फॉर ट्रॅव्हल फ्रॉम 15 एप्रिल ऑनवर्ड्स, आणि ज्यांचं बुकिंग पहिल्या लॉकडाऊनच्या पिरियडमध्ये 22 मार्च ते 25 मार्च ते 14 एप्रिल ह्या काळात ज्यांचं बुकिंग पुन्हा झालं, त्यांना गव्हर्नमेंटने इन्स्ट्रक्शन दिली होती की अशा लोकांचे पैसे परत करा. सो एअरलाईन हॅव ऑलरेडी रिफंडेड टू सच पीपल. काही एअरलाईन्सनी ते रिफंड पण केले. पण न्यूज अशी आली गेली की एअरलाईनकडे जेवढे पैसे आहेत ते त्यांनी, म्हणजे ज्यांचे पैसे अडकले त्यांनी सगळ्यांनी रिफंड घ्या. पण प्रॅक्टिकली ते झालंच नव्हतं. की न्यूज थोडी ट्विस्ट झाल्यामुळे लोकांचा असा क्वेश्चन यायला लागला की अरे एअरलाईनला गव्हर्नमेंटने अनाऊन्स केलं की पैसे परत द्या, ते त्या करता नव्हते. ज्यांचं ते डबल बुकिंग झालं, ऑलरेडी क्रेडिट शेल मध्ये होते आणि ते पुन्हा यूज करून झालं आणि पुन्हा ते पण कॅन्सल होत होतं, त्यांचे पैसे परत द्यायला सांगितले होते.
Exactly. Yes. Now anyone else? Anyone else? Otherwise, we'll now in the line of wind up. Anyone else?
इंदुलकर सर हात रेस करतायत.
इंदुलकर सर बोला. तुमचा साऊंड ऑन आहे. ऑन आहे. हा बोला बोला सर. हा
Hello,
बोला सर. ऑन आहे तुमचा साऊंड. बोला.
Kaustubh Joshi, sir.
Yes, sir.
Today, in our education concern, virtual education are going on.
Yes.
And in the same way, there may be in the future, the tour is going on virtually.
There are chances. There are chances. Right now, few out, not in India, but out of India, few concepts are going for virtual tourism. But there are a lot of limitations, and it is very high cost factor. So right now we cannot say की हे चालू होईल किंवा नाही होणार किंवा काय त्याच्यात व्हेरिएशन्स येतील. But people thinking about that virtual tourism also, because definitely you can go through various sites or various videos, but in virtual tourism, for the matter of experiencing that specific location, you need to maintain that weather and all the surround system, which is very quite difficult.
Joshi sir, today I am wandering Tokyo, one of the sites, and that is a virtually I am wandering. Even though Washington also, one of the sites are available, and on that basis I'm virtually take the services of this traveling.
Yes, that is what I am saying. Just आता जसं तुम्ही हे म्हणताय, when you said that Tokyo and in few parts of yours this virtual tourism is possible. So I would like to know, I would like to get knowledge out of it, that is it possible through a specific video or pure virtual rooms or something like that it is prepared by them? Is there any information if you can share with me?
Thank you, sir.
Because sir, see, if I'm going to go on this virtual tour, I have to experience in that way. Like for that, I would like to share one example. If I'm sitting in Mumbai, I would like to go to say Ladakh. You can create a screen. It is quite possible. But what about weather? So virtual tourism will be the one of the expensive part, and I don't know how it is consumer friendly in future days, because right now in normal tourism also everyone is saying that it is very there are chance, everyone is thinking about that there are chances that cost will increase and people will think a lot to travel any place, because definitely tourism is purely depend on disposable income.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Now, shall we wind up, or any more question? Only one? Yeah. Nobody? Okay. May I now request to our staff member, Professor Hannat ma'am from Accounting and Finance, please put vote of thanks, propose vote of thanks for this session. Ms. Hannat Sheikh, yeah.
Yes, on behalf of Konkan Gyanpith Turan College of Commerce and Arts, I would like to express a sincere thank towards Mr. Kaustubh Joshi sir that he has accepted our invitation and has definitely enlightened us with all the upcoming changes in the tourism industry, and definitely whatever the expected techno trends in the hotels and industry and whatever we have listen from you will definitely help us in our future travel. Everyone will be more conscious about their sanitation and hygiene of hotels as well as themselves. And so, sir, you have told and touched almost all these spheres which are necessary to be a COVID compliant tourism sector. Thank you, sir, for enlightening us with all this information. And next, I would express gratitude towards the person who has taken a lot of efforts and help us do these all national webinars. That is Dr. Eknath Zarekar. Without your kind efforts, we could not conduct all this session. We thank you, sir. And next, we would like to thank our support system, our principal K. Shama, who is the motivation, support, and guide all the time to all of us. Next, I would like to thank the initiator of this national webinar, our IQAC coordinator, Dr. Parag Karulkar sir, who has taken a lot of efforts, arrangements, and has made the event successful. I would like to thank our HOD of Commerce Department, Associate Professor V.S. Indulkar sir, who has a total dedication and active participation always, and tries to find out new ways of learning. I would like to thank all our staff members, all our teachers, professors, as success is impossible without a teamwork. Most importantly, I would like to thank all the participants who spared their valuable time and attended our national webinar. And thank you so much, everyone. I offer my salutations to each participant. Thank you.
Thank you, Anat Madam. Thank you for all participants. Thank you very much. Now we'll wind up our session. Thank you. Dr. Eknath, please.
Thank you, sir.